Cześć Tasmański. Nie kotleta, słuchaj. Dzień dobry, przyłączę. Nie kotleta, nie wiem czy to będzie widać teraz, czy to, tylko Legendary Edition, odświeżona wersja, nie wiem jak to wygląda w dwójce. W jedynce szału nie było. Ale tak mnie nosi, żeby zagrać w Mass Effecta, nie wiem, jakoś tak. Postrzelać. Grzyba nie ma znowu, pewnie, i będzie krzyczał, że on fabuły nie zna. Ja tam. Nie chcesz, to nie oglądaj, kurde. Przychodzi pan Maruda i... Wiedźmina trzeciego też będę grał. Kurde, bo nie przeszedłem. No i dobrze, że nic nie dodali. A ja lubię tę grę. Najlepsza gra na świecie i sobie będę grał teraz. Zaczynamy. Dzień dobry, witam. Rozgryweczka. I dobrze. Kończy się któraś gra, może Dying Light 2 się skończy, to będzie wieśmak. Zobaczymy. Lecimy w dwóje. Ty angielskie napisy. Fantastycznie. Chyba będzie w życiu. W życiu Andromeda. Trylogia Sheparda wymiata, Andromeda jest taka nijaka dość. Nijaka. Bo rozumiem, Lair of Shadow Broker nawet nie spuścili do tej pory, co? Okej, moment. Mruga mi ekran. O, życie jest zmęczone. Życie mnie męczy. Ciężko jest, podwyżki czynszu i inflacja i... Ciężko. To turlanie po planetach jest irytujące. A przecież Andromeda też może być. Czemu to jest takie szare? Czemu nie widzicie tego? Moment, muszę sobie może... No jest, co to chcę? 2,5 w pełnym ekranie. Daj bez ramki. Wiem właśnie. O! Tak. To jest tą grą. Nie odpalałem tej gry jeszcze, słuchaj. O. O. Wy macie jaśniej na podglądzie niż ja mam w grze. U mnie to jest tak ciemne tutaj. Jakby gamma przeleciała w jakiś dziwny sposób. Jakby coś się z gammą stało. Ja w ogóle tła nie widzę. To jest jakieś widzę okienko czy coś. A u mnie jest po prostu czarne. Dynamiczny cień, efekt rozmycia, efekt ziarna, antyaliasing. A wyłącz mi HDR. Wyłączone automatycznie, napisy włączone, zapis włączony. A weteranie sobie zagramy, czemu by nie? Właśnie nie wiem, czy ustawienia monitora. Dam im kablem? Kabel. Daj mi. I mam, jakby gamma mi poleciała. Jakby gamma, bo tu macie elegancko wszystko jasne, nie? Ten monitorek tutaj widać, ja mam tu taką czarną plamę. Tu mam kawałek jasnego, bo mam światło. Tak ordynarnie po prostu jakby... wyłączę i włączę. Poczekajcie chwilę. Wyłączę i włączę. I zobaczymy. O, w życiu, o Jezu. O. Tam też mi coś... O. Widzę, dalej to nie chcę ruszyć tak jak powinno ruszyć. A nic nie widzicie. Nie, że wywalili batkamy. Jest smutne, że przywrócenia batkamów. Możesz sobie modyfikację ściągnąć. No czekaj, włącza się grano. Nie testowałem tego. O, powinienem testować wcześniej, ale po co? O! Dalej trochę ciemniej niż na podglądzie, mam na drugim monitorze. Słuchaj, ja sobie całą dwójkę modowałem. Całą dwójkę musiałem modować, żeby napisy mieć i żeby mi w ogóle Shadow Broker działał. Oczywiście na Originie nie chciało działać, musiałem ściągać sobie z zewnętrznego sklepu BioWare jakiś... OS. 2 dni modowania, żeby tak i napisy działały, bo jak modowałem dodatek Layer of Shadow Broker, to oczywiście cała gra nagle się zrobiła po angielsku. A ja chciałem po angielsku głosy, a po polsku napisy, bo dubbing po polsku jest do dupy. To nie działało, to musiałem reinstalować całą grę, na początku w ogóle język na angielski zmienić, potem zmienić napisy na polski, jakieś modyfikacje tego layera dodać, do tego Jezus Maria. To było najgorzej, to jest najgorzej modowana gra, jaką w życiu normalnie widziałem. To jest... Wiedźmin jest łatwiejszy w modowaniu. Tak trzeba było kombinować, żeby to dwójka zadziałała. Żeby to jeszcze tako... Layer to złoto. O Jezu, te widoki są fantastyczne. Dobra, zagramy sobie w nową grę. Jakieś... O, mam osiągnięcie jakieś. Co to osiągnięcie? Okej, takie... okej. Dobra. Najlepszy dodatek to jest jednak Cytadela z trójki. Piękne to jest. Cytadela z trójki jest cudowna. Z ramki Tora, tu już patrzyłem, limit klatek, synchronizacja, wyłączono limit klatek. Patrzmy, że trochę przyciszę właśnie. Tak na 70%, żeby tutaj nie wywaliło uszu nikomu. Będzie to kiedyś oglądał. Czy to dalej jest, jeszcze jak ci się uda wszystkich ludzi pościągać. Kierowanie, odwróć oś, potem sobie Wszystko? Użycie mocy włączone, napisy włączone. Automatyczny zapis włączony. Jeszcze tak. Rzucają mocami. Szkoda, że tak mało osób, ale gra jest stara i nikt jej nie lubi. Nowa gra, import postaci z EMA1. O, proszę bardzo, jest John Shepard. Lecimy. Uwielbiam Mass Effecta, cudowna gra. A weteran jest twardziel. Żołnierz podstawowym tym. Weteran, twardziel i szaleniec. Tak się zastanawiam, czy można potem zmienić. Tak. To jest po prostu tak, dobra na weteranie, tak cudowny dodatek. Dobra, zobaczmy co tam. John Shepard, 57, strażnik, prawość, będziemy prawem. Wrex przeżył misję. Kayden zginął, niestety. To ubolewam z tego powodu, że Kayden zginął. Ale dobra. Rada została osolona. Udina jest w Radzie. Jarvik na planie. O! Dobra. Kontynuujmy zatem. Cześć babski. Nie wiem, czy kamera nie będzie przeszkadzać. Wszystko zadziała teraz.
Shepard did everything
Dobrze.
right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still it's not enough.
No tak se dałem, no.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it.
A
but
jest,
humanity
jest.
is under
Czad
attack.
głosował, jest dupszo, zobacz.
But they're sending him to fight
Z
Geth.
daleka, ale jest.
Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Jak bardzo musisz być bogaty, żeby w kosmosie 2000 któryś tam roku palić prawdziwe fajki, a nie elektryczne. Jest poniżej tego getu, Cytadela społeczność galaktyki stała się znów stanąć na nogi. Flota przymierza poniosła ogromną ofiarę, bo celi Rady Cytadeli i zaskarbić ludzkości miejsca w tej prostej grupie. Teraz Rada stanęła w obliczu dowodów, jakoby do galaktyki policzyli żniwiarz, olbrzymiej maszyny, które za wolno, to mało czasu na przeczytanie. Ashley żyje, Kayden umarł. Nie lubię Ashley, jest taka... Nie podoba mi się jej po prostu sposób bycia.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
Ashley jest cholernie konserwatywna.
4 days searching up and down this sector and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
O Jezu, pierwsza walka z tym latającym żniwiarzem na tej planecie to będzie
Now on
okropne.
intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Jest i on,
Shepard!
casualowo sobie stoi.
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to hold on. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttles. I'll take care of Joker.
Shepard,
Liara, go. Now.
aye aye. Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Ach, wspomnienia. Dobra.
Mayday! 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 This is SSV Normandy! We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy. Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
Ach, w końcu w kosmosie jesteśmy, są wybuchy i jest cisza. Tak jak powinno być, a nie, że w Star Warsach tam piu, 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 piu. Nierealistyczne w ogóle, to jest dźwięki w kosmosie. Kto to słyszał w ogóle dźwięki w kosmosie? Wiem, trącać te fotele, tak fajnie latają. Piu.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm. Commander! Shepard!
Dobra, to nie jest realistyczne, no bo słyszymy wybuchy, nie? To już jest. Nie słyszymy nic. Dobra, słyszymy coś. Dzień dobry. Komiks. Czy chcesz zapoznać się do... Ja to kliknę tam... O! Komiks. Dobrze, zobaczmy. Dark Horse'a. Co to nam powiedzą w tym komiksie?
Just another routine mission.
O, po polsku jest.
Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Caden Olenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Edina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat. As was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Edina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been.
Cześć, Imperator.
That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Noveria.
Bardzo fajny komiks, podoba mi się taki sposób
race of insect-like creatures.
podsumowania historii.
He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, it was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves. Mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact,
O, jakie
we chased
zdjątko
Saren and
urocze.
his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans.
Piękne zdjęcie,
As we
kajdanka.
prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts.
Ten
We
den mi
both knew
czym
this
ci
mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other. And it was perfect.
Jest grzyb, ja się
Well,
chciałem
it lasted.
zapytać, panie Paku.
We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact.
O kurde, Karol, zobacz jak się Karol rzuca,
He had caught the
panie
council fleets by
zwierzu.
surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. I didn't much like Udina, but sometimes you need a pit bull on your side. Someone willing to be the bad guy, for the sake of the greater good. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Bardzo fajny, bardzo przyjemny recap tego, co się działo w jedynce. Och, to uwielbiam ten filmik. Najlepszy filmik w całej serii Mass Effecta, muszę powiedzieć.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
O, nawet dostałem osiągnięcie. Dobra, możemy sobie wybrać projekt Łazarz. Możemy sobie pozmieniać twarz domyślną, własną sobie pozmieniać. Zaimportujemy, żeby nie było fuck upu. Cześć Kumaczek, oczywiście nie widać. Ja nie wiem, czy kamery nie przesunąć, nie wiem, co wy na to. Zaimportujemy sobie twarz. Możemy sobie wybrać specjalizację, które ja tutaj całkowicie zasłaniam. Mamy żołnierza, biega, szturmowca, strażnika, adepta, inżyniera. Jak kamuflaż szpiega nie lubiłem, szturmowiec ewentualnie. Szturmowcem będziemy takim bardzo do przodu. Takie połączenie Sheparda i Kaidena Alenko będzie mi też moc biotyczną. Tylko nie będę mógł używać karabinów. Ja lubię karabiny. Karabiny są fajne, błotniak szczególnie, ten z dwójeczki, bardzo fajny karabin. Właśnie nie wiem teraz, czy... Znaczy... Nie lubię szpiega. Karabin jest ciężki, pistolety automatyczne, ale kamuflaż, spalanie to nie dla mnie takie szczególnie umiejętności. Żołnierz ma skok adrenaliny i strzał wstrząsowy, może strzelać karabinami, strzelbami, snajperkami, ciężkimi pistoletami. Kurde, biorę żołnierza. Gramy safe. Jak będziemy mogli używać wszystkich rodzajów broni, ale nie będziemy mieli mocy biotycznych. W trójce będzie moc biotyczna. O, w trójce tak.
Showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
No cześć, Miranda.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker.
Był śpiący przez rok i teraz musi wstawać i od razu strzelać, nie? Typowy kurde Shepard.
Don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
Dobra, lecimy.
Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mexer. Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Dobra, zaczynamy. Właśnie nas jakaś Miranda. Nie, no przecież ja tu mam przecież ten. Niebieską. Mogę biegać, to faktycznie jest szybsze poruszanie się.
Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
Kurde, wiesz jak nie wiem, który raz w tą grę przechodzę, chyba czwarty. Ma kurde czwarty, uwielbiam tą grę. Może i tak lam jak cholera. A dobra, pod shiftem. A, to mogę sobie. Amunicję destrukcyjną da się nazywa, tak? Tak. Powalenia celów mechanoidów. O.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Ara.
More Here come the mechs.
We've been spotted.
Take the elevator down one floor.
A, kółkiem, dobra.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position.
Dobra. Mamy rejestry danych.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from results show promise.
Książki.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Ach, pani Wilson. To tutaj? To tutaj? O Jezus Maria. Stoi metr od niego, strzela do niego z rakietnicy. Subtelnie.
Nice trip. Shepard. On target. What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version.
Pogadamy
You and
sobie,
your
nie?
ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
I'm having some trouble wrapping my head around this.
Yeah, I can imagine. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Dobra. Mamy teraz moc, kurde, Jacoba.
Falling back. Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Dobra, i wszystko.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Ej, ja wolę te standardowe sposoby strzelania. Te...
Log update. The Lazarus Project is about to enter the final phase. It's taken nearly 2 years, but we did it. Commander Shepard is alive. This is the most amazing medical achievement in recorded history. Maybe now Miranda will finally show some appreciation for everything I've done.
Osobiście wolę ten jakby tradycyjny model strzelania z amunicją, a nie z tym grzewaniem.
Incoming! Damn it, Wilson. This will be a mess.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Hostile forces have engaged.
Wilson, find us another route out of here. Preferably one that doesn't lead straight into an enemy squad.
Just keep moving toward the control room. Don't get pinned down. I'll see what I can do. Oh god. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
God, I'm hit! They shot me!
Dobra, lećmy. Bez pośpiechu. Zbadajmy sobie wszystko.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
No dobra. Pani Mirando. Lećmy dalej.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the... Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, hmm? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she?
Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... An overloaded canisters to clear a path. Shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Fantastycznie, dobra.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts. We're almost at the shuttle.
Masę rzeczy z leksykonu. Oczywiście będę miłym Shepardem, prawym, bohaterskim i inne takie dziwne, nudne rzeczy. O, pieniądze.
Hostiles detected.
I've got him! Gotta hurt!
A wszystko? A wszystko. O! Taka niespodzianka.
Get over here!
Dobra, save. A, hakowanie, tak. To. Nowa mechanika otwierania rzeczy, minigierka, czyli hakowanie. Małe memory. Dobra. Laptop.
Subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Książki. Dobra. Nic.
on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
The boss.
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Even if you're sure, did he deserve that welcome?
He sabotaged the security systems, killed my staff, and he would have killed us.
You sure about that, Miranda? We've known Wilson for years. What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. I thought you'd have learnt that by now, Jacob.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
If you say so. What's our next step?
We get on the shuttle and go. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some
Dzień
kind of plan
Bazabawia.
for you.
Dzień dobry.
I've had enough
Drogę
of
za
this station
tym.
to last a lifetime.
Najlepsza gra.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians during the Skillian Blitz. Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Te filmiki są genialne po prostu. Ile facet Shepard. Dobra.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Szafkę z pancerzami. Widzę, nie mam. Mam trochę tutaj, widzę, dobra. Niewiele. Tych części możemy sobie oczywiście zmieniać, kolorować. Masz pancerz. Chodźmy zatem pogadać sobie z jakim iluzją.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
You might be the reason I'm still alive, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
You need to put your personal feelings aside. Humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we
Jarą.
or the Alliance,
Niebieską.
no more human colonies will be left.
No, niebieską, tak.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand the fear that you killed one. They have to respect that.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
No, dziękuję bardzo. Okej. Fajny pokój rozmów. I mam punkciki umiejętności. No, oczywiście standardowo. Dowódca bojowe polecimy. Mandos. Czarny żołnierz. I czarnego sobie weźmiemy. Dobra. Masa w leksykonie wszystkiego.
Freedom's Progress Colony was once a tip.
Będziemy tego czytać. Zawsze wolałem przegadywać niż tutaj strzelać. Oczywiście mamy masę swobodnego stroju, które będziemy potem używać w różnych określonych sytuacjach. Pogadajmy sobie tutaj z
The
ludźmi.
elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
No tak, żeby się nie podkreślało na czerwono.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No. The elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
Dobra.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Jest tutaj pancerz tylko do rozmów. Bez hełmu za to. Co mi powie Jacob?
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just want to find out what happened to those missing people. I still don't trust Cerberus.
Noted. Do you trust me, Commander?
You're a good man, Jacob. But you might be working for the wrong people.
Maybe. But I thought the same when I was with the Alliance. That's why I'm here now.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. Humanity was finally invited to join the Council. Nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes,
Dobra. Takie rozmowy będą ważne, żeby potem ostatnią misję ładnie przejść. A tutaj rozmawiać z ludźmi. No i mamy podsumowanko, granatnik. O Jezu. Pogłośne.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. We've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Dobra, do akcji. Tak na razie dwójka wygląda tak jak dwójka w podstawce. Nie widzę większych różnic graficznych, jeśli chodzi o tą edycję. O, dobra. Jest snajperka. Jest strzelba. Jest karabin. Przepraszam. Masa jest na mapie znajdziek, które potem nam pomogą. O wiele więcej rzeczy się znajdzie na tych mapach, więc warto się rozglądać, jakby ktoś jeszcze nie grał w tę grę.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Chyba nic nie było.
Hear that? Sounds like Fender.
Security systems disabled.
A czy ty nie strzelacie?
You're done!
Tutaj jest. O, piesek.
Gotta hurt it! Yeah!
Shields have failed.
Target down! Those mechs shouldn't have been hostile. They should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
O, proszę bardzo. Przegapił części zamienne. Jeszcze mam granatnik, dobra. Apteczka, sejfik. Lutujemy wody.
We've been spotted.
Nie. Czy on nie skakał przypadkiem? Nie. A w trójce chyba Shepard dopiero zaczął skakać. Tak szybciej przemieszczać, takim hopsem z przewrotem. Tutaj chyba nie. O, dzień dobry, Quarianie.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this.
Tali.
Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally? Did it help you complete your pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
Why is your old commander working for Cerberus?
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me, it was money well spent. Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
Quarians can choose where they go on pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Dobra.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
I elegancko już tu się trafiła nam Ali. Fajniutko. Twarz znajoma.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
They've seen us.
O. Tak nie to kurde. Zastanawiam się, czy ja nie minąłem jakiegoś odszyfrowywania w pierwszej misji. Dam sobie głowę uciąć, że było do odszyfrowania jakiś datapad z tymi kurde latającym ścianą tekstu. Tam coś było takiego.
Use overload on them.
Wstawaj, Miranda.
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
Może coś pozmieniali w remasterze. To miejsce.
Here we go.
Nie wiem czemu celuję w głowy sąd, niby że sądy nie mają głów, ale...
Hola, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Plaza's squad apart.
O, ciężki mech.
They did want to
Dobrze.
get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point.
Wszystko zebrane? Chyba wszystko zebrane.
Moving to cover.
You got it.
Dobra.
Take point, Shepard. We'll cover the door.
Jest i mechu. Taka jedna upierdliwa misja z tymi mechami, to jest okropne. Och ty.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
No ba.
Overload will take out their shield.
Dobra, są różne rodzaje oczywiście tutaj jakby obrony, ma czerwony, żółty i niebieski pasek. Żółty to jest pancerz energetyczny. Niebieski to jest pancerz energetyczny, żółty to jest pancerz taki zwykły. Mamy ogniska. Poleciał. I fajnie, dobra. Chyba, że wszystko zamieni na tą... na jeden typ pakowania, co byłoby głupie. A pieniążki? Pieniążki to ma... Kto to taki? Kasztaniaki.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Dobra. Nic do brania nie ma. Mecha. Mamy też części do badań, albo bardziej raczej bym powiedział plany badań różnych rzeczy, które potem nam się przydadzą bardzo mocno w rozwoju naszego statku i naszych umiejętności. Są też surowce mineralne. O, skanowanie w poszukiwaniu surowców. To jest coś.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No, 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 no.
Vitor?
No, Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. Mechs will... You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
Why didn't the colonists fight back, Vitor? What happened?
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers
Shepard.
find you, freeze you. Then the
Albo był
monsters take
ten,
you away.
przejęta kontrola może to była chyba. Ali.
Why didn't the collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his envirosuit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the elusive man can figure it out.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the elusive man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
Dobra, Tali bierze Vitorka.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Dobra, zbieracze się pojawili. Magiczni kosmici, o których nikt nie słyszał? No dobra.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Garrus Vicarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hehe, Jokerek. Ale fajniutki chłopak.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Samolocik. Czy bardziej stateczek.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I Guess we'll have to give her a name.
Normalne. I droga ku przygodzie! Ho, 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 ho. Ciekawe, czy trzeba silnik docierać, nie wiem. To jest normalnie oddzielny członek załogi Normandia, muszę wam powiedzieć. Cudowny statek. Ile kosztują modele takie zabawkowe tej Normandii? Postawiłbym sobie takiego propa. Znaczy, no nie żeby były jakiekolwiek inne, nie? Są dwie, pierwsza i druga linia, a potem trzeciej. W trzeciej też jest droga część. Znaczy ta druga wersja Normandii. W trzeciej chyba nie było. Ładno będzie był Tempest. Całkiem inny statek.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
250 to mało. A dolarów czy złotówek?
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Dobra, czas na przechadzkę po Nowej Normandii. Nie będziemy mogli tak zwiedzić jej całej, bo mamy poblokowane niektóre miejscówki. Potrzebujemy członków załogi, żeby te miejscówki odblokować. No siema, Chambers. Tutaj mamy. No tyle będziemy mieli członków załogi. Nie wiem, czy aż mi zasłania. Nie wiem właśnie, czy kamerę nie przesunąć gdzieś w inne miejsce. Dajcie mi znać, czy pasuje, czy nie pasuje. Alternatywne wyglądy też są. Włączać, tutaj jeszcze nie mamy. Informacji troszkę. Wiadomości nieprzeczytane. Trochę tego jest. Od admirała Andersona, jeśli nieprawdopodobne pogłoski życia są prawdziwe, przyjdź porozmawiać ze mną na Skradali. Przez ostatnie 2 lata dużo się zmieniło, dzięki temu dotarliśmy do rady, a przyzwoitość wymaga, by pozwolić ci osobiście powiedzieć o wszystkim, o czym tu słyszeliśmy. Zaid Massani, okej. Shepard osiągnęliśmy porozumienie z najemnikiem, weteranem Zaidem Massanim, chyba Włoch. Być może nas to nazwisko. Zaid brał udział w najsłynniejszej operacji w bojowych wykładach Terminusa oraz innych ściśle tajnych. Jest przerażającym, bezwzględnym, niepowstrzymanym łowcą nagród. Uznałem, że wyda ci ktoś taki podczas misji. Zaida znajdziesz na Omedze, kończy tam poszukiwania pewnego zbiega. Wynagrodzenie zajmują się tym osobiście. Projekt Hephaistos. Shepard zaginął statek badawczy z Cerberusem, MSV Rosali. Ekipa prowadziła testy polowe naziemnego pojazdu badawczego Młot. Co więcej, na pokładzie okrętu znajdował się prowadzący dla nas badania naukowcy dr Manuel Seisl i dr Robert Oloy. Trzeba znaleźć MSV Rosail, ekipę badawczą i obu doktorów. MSV widziano ostatnio pobliżony z Zeona, system Elysia, pogranicze i Smaru. Dobrze, są te poboczne. Kociewski, dzień dobry. Katastrofa normalna. Admirał Hackett. Po skanowanie układa Amado robiło coś, co powinno Cię zainteresować. Zaczynamy miejsce spoczynku wraku SSV Normandia. Myślimy, że to może być ważne, jak kierują nami też na pobudki. Myślimy, że pragnie uchnąć Normandię pomnikiem, który powstanie w miejscu spoczynku statku. Będzie umieszczenie tam tego pomnika. Będę go trzymał w kieszeni. Pierwszą osobą, która odwiedzi ten obszar. Po ataku zbiecie na Normandię nadal nie znamy losu 20 członków załogi. Znajdzie się kilka informacji na temat przekazie przymierzu. Dobrze. Shepard, nasi technicy pod pancerzem, właśnie... Dobra, nowy sprzęt. Nadzorca, DLC. Shepard to nasi kontakt do naszych komórek. Projekt nadzorca eksperymentuje z bardzo niebezpieczną technologią, dlatego proszę o zbadanie sytuacji. Natura eksperymentu nie pozwala mi wyjawić żadnych szczegółów na tym kanale komunikacyjnym. Projekt nadzorca ma bazę na projekcie IT, układ Typhon, Master Phoenix, odpowiem ostrożność. Reaktor błyskawic. Też jest broń ciężka. Kasumi Goto. Shepard, choć nie było to łatwe i sporo kosztowało, udało nam się wytropić mistrzynię złodziejstwa Kasumi Goto i przekazać ją do pracy dla Ciebie. Mało kto nie słyszał, jeszcze mniej osób widziało na własne oczy. Ma sobie równych w zakresie skrytych działań i infiltracji. Zdolności mogą się okazać bardzo przydatne. Na cytadele do okrętu Zakera znajdziesz tam pewien wyjątkowy terminal reklamowy. Użyj hasła milczenie z złotem. Nadawcy stojemnik DAPS, doradca bankowy. Accession Final Service Ziemia. Dziękujemy za przesłanie zaktualizowanej dokumentacji medycznej. Status konta został zmieniony ze zgon na żyje. Dziękuję bardzo. Po pobraniu skromnych opłat administracyjnych za zamknięcie konta, poniższą zmianę tego statusu i ponowną aktywację, bo zajęłem następujące 100 000. Dziękujemy za korzystanie z usług bankowych Accession Financial Services, jeśli pracą w pracę i chronisz swoje najważniejsze osoby, znaleźliśmy najlepsze stawki i warunki polisy na życie, odpowiadając Twoim potrzebom. Odpowiedź jeszcze dzisiaj, by otrzymać darmową wycenę. Dziękuję bardzo. I wszystko tutaj. Dobrze.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Jest też taka podoficer Chambers.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative... I'll manage your messages and help you and I must say, it's such
I
an
popsuli
honor to
dialogi,
work with
no.
Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
Coś się rozjechał
I'll
chyba
keep you notified of any
podkład
messages
głosowy.
or appointments. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills,
Ten uśmiech.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
No ba.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than that.
Now that's an enticing thought. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay.
Dzięki Kelly, tak. Shepard flirciarz. Zobaczmy, co możemy tutaj znaleźć ciekawego. Przejdźmy się po statku. Gdzieś powinny być informacje do leksykonu, z tego co pamiętam. Zobaczmy, co tam nam powie Joker. Tutaj się podświetla. A tu. Nie widać tego. No właśnie. Mamy drzwi do wyjścia. Dobra.
Trimming compensators, decimal 1-2.
A nie, otwórz okna. Okna ładnie mówione. Otwórz okna.
Man, what I wouldn't give to go planetside. Wading through muck, getting shot in the face. Yeah, that is the life.
Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
Znawca, nie? Co jak w przyszłości, kurde. A wirusy takie chyba.
Firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances, or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has
Uwielbiam tą interakcję po prostu między
He
Lee a
has invested
Jokera.
most of
Między Lee i
Cerberus's
Jokerem.
resources into the design and construction of this ship.
Świetna kamera.
He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Dobra, dajmy
How
dalej.
did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Dalej.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's all for now.
Knocking you out, Shepard.
Dobra, co tam powie Jokerek?
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats. Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you're such a downer. Commander.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. Jacob is way too nice a guy for the number of ways he knows how to kill people. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
O. To wszystko.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Dobra, idziemy dalej. Pozjedziemy sobie statek i będziemy kończyć sobie tego lejwika. Odwróć tą głowę, a nie lubię jak on biega. Dobra, badanie laboratorium jest zamknięte, bo nie mamy właśnie tego, naukowca. Tu. Bezbrojownie.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the armory, where small arms are maintained and upgraded. Using Omni-Tool, computer-aided design and manufacturing, we have the capability to manufacture several new models.
A, fabryka na statku. Kto by się spodziewał? Mamy tutaj środki z zbrojem, co ja tutaj mam? Jest to granatnik, wymienić na projektor błyskawic. Dawaj. Dana Predator, broń oczywiście możemy kupować potem. Jest i silniczek, bardzo ładnie wygląda. Jest i Jacob, pogadajmy z Jacobem.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything. Commander, can I help you with something?
No, pogadajmy sobie. Gadanie będzie ważne w tej grze.
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
Well, we don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? A good deed's like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard.
Dobra.
Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
To nara.
Commander.
Chodźmy sobie dalej.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Ftl Communications Room. In addition to interfacing with the Ftl comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one link to each world.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our
Brzmi jak magia, gdyby nie było,
alters the state of
gdyby
the
nie to, że to
Elusive
jest kurde faktycznie
This allows
prawda.
us
To
to
jest,
send data in the form of quantum bits.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Dwie cząsteczki danych, nieważne jak daleko, zawsze się połączą. Można? Wszystko można. Dobra. To żeśmy wzięli wszystko. Tak, wszędzie są ja wiem, co jest napisane, że to jest zbrojownia. Mam też windę.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
O! Nowy mail. A, po ty gadasz kiedy. Dobra, zobaczmy do kajuty.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hall. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
Dobra, na poddaszu jesteśmy. Mamy akwarium. Kiedyś będą rybki, jakie sobie kupię. O, jest Jara, piękne zdjęcie. Osiągnięcie mamy. Pójść na służbę, ratuj załogę. Nawiąż związek uczuciowy. Rozwój dowolną moc. Dużo, strasznie dużo osiągnięć. Dobra, terminal osobisty kolejny. Potem będzie chomiczek, tu będziemy sobie układać modele statków, jak będziemy je sobie znajdować gdzieś na mapach. Muzyczka. Za wiele sobie nie kupię, z tego co widzę, nawet nic nie ma, tylko N7 jest. Dobra. Chodźmy dalej, mamy jeszcze 2 poziomy do zbadania. Są kwatery załogi i potem maszynownia. Gagatek gifted, o! Dla Zabeli. Dziękuję bardzo, gagatku. Dziękuję uprzejmie. Męska toaleta. Bardzo ładna. Tak, tu tak bardzo blisko widzę, są te prysznice, bardzo tak Bardzo blisko. Uśmiech. Układ obserwacyjny B. Są podtrzymane zamknięci też. Tutaj są potrzebni nowi ludzie.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Ta dwójka będzie miała potem przez całą rozmowę, będzie miała, przez całą grę będzie miała rozmowy takie właśnie. Jest damska toaleta. I backburta jest po lewej, a starburta jest po prawej. Nigdy tego nie zapamiętam, ale dobrze.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. As Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals.
I wash my hands most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
You have everything you need.
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I won't take any more.
Dobra. Zakupy też trzeba zrobić, słuchajcie. Tutaj coś... Mam artylerię, niestety... Nie mamy nikogo od kalibracji dział, hehe. Rzućmy okiem na lewo, do medbaya.
What's this area of the ship?
The Sickbay. It is equipped to provide short-term emergency care. In the event of critical injury, personnel must be transferred to a fully equipped medical facility.
Dobry, Dr. Czekwas.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
I'm shocked. You're serving on a Cerberus vessel now?
Surprising, even to me. Yet, here I am. The kind of trauma you endured, and we have much larger
czy się
concerns
słyszymy, czy się
ahead.
widzimy? Coś wykekło mi chyba OBS-a na chwilę.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Ale chyba już działa. OBS mi się sam zresetował, no dobra. Doktor Czekwas sobie pogadaliśmy. Co tu jeszcze mam?
Access to the AI core is restricted.
A, to potem będzie, tak. Otworzę tu dobrze. A to dużo tam już straciliście do Czaka, pogadaliśmy z tego co zauważyłem. Pogadajmy sobie z Mirandką. Mirandka. Ej. Łóżko wygląda duże i twarde.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
What exactly are your duties, aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
You have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the Elusive Man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the Elusive Man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
Pewnie.
What can you tell me about the Elusive Man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Well, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the Elusive Man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
Och, jaka skromna. Tak, przycięli ten kadr, on był trochę bardziej szerszy, było widać więcej rzeczy na tym kadrze, ale widzę tu elegancko przycięli ten kadr i trochę go zmniejszyli. Ciekawe czemu.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
Sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength,
To
even
byłeś.
it's the reason I'm and it's why I was assigned to you.
Do widzenia.
It's my job to make
Thanks
sure
for the
you
information, Miranda.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
Dobra, chodźmy sobie dalej. Jest to jeden pokład. Maszynownia.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Dobra. Mamy tutaj starburtę i backburtę wymykane. A tu mamy maszynownię. I silnik. Elegancko.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
I naszą dwójkę inżynierów.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Cześć.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, that weasel Udina backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat.
O, to Udina niedobry.
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there is an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Właśnie sami znajdziemy. Shepard pójdzie na zakupy.
Will do, Commander.
Kupi zakupy, spożywcze sprzęgi.
I told you he would.
Dobra, kolejna wesoła dwójka do rozmowy na statku. Mamy tutaj pod pokładem jeszcze. Albo międzypokład, nie wiem. Tu nie było modelu statku, albo chomik tu biegał, nie pamiętam już. Dobra, wszystko mamy, moi drodzy. Na chwilę obecną oblatane.
No messages for you, Commander.
Dzięki. Także możemy kończyć sobie tego live'a. Kolejnym w niedzielkę polecimy sobie dalej w kosmos. Sprawdzać, zbierać, szukać i walczyć. Coś tutaj mam ciekawego? 2 punkty. Dawaj dysrupcyjną i potem zapalającą sobie możemy, i potem krwi amunicję, potem strzał słabszy. Zapiszmy sobie Dziękuję bardzo. Mogą być rajdy. Czemu by nie? A tu nie mogę. Chcę to zrobić. O. Cześć, dziękuję moi drodzy. Mam nadzieję, że się podobało. Rajdujemy i lecimy. I pa pa.